7. That's the number of social media apps that I was using a few years ago. The paradoxical part, though, is that despite all of these facilities, I experienced a profound sense of isolation that left me questioning what true connection really means. It's a familiar feeling that persists amongst many teenagers as a silent epidemic today. Hi, I'm Vedant, and today I want to explore why, despite living in a hyper-connected society, so many of us still feel lonely. In this virtual landscape, where we often have more followers than friends, loneliness persists. It's a feeling of isolation that stems not only from physical separation, but from emotional and psychological emptiness that can affect even the most seemingly connected people around us. Loneliness is not just being alone, it's an emotional response to perceived isolation. So, to understand loneliness and how it affects an individual, I conducted a survey of around 298 respondents. The research revealed that around 30% of participants often feel lonely, and more than 35% of them believe that social media contributes to their feelings of loneliness. These results are in line with the results of the loneliness experiment conducted by the BBC, where around 40% of participants aged between 16 to 24 reported feeling lonely. While it may seem like loneliness can be cured by simply making a few more friends, the research reveals that it's not that simple. Loneliness is linked to increased risk of depression, anxiety, and physical health issues. Chronic loneliness can lead to higher levels of cortisol, which lead to cognitive impairment and stress. It can also manifest physically with effects such as increased obesity, cardiovascular disease, and an increased risk of premature mortality, comparable to smoking almost 15 cigarettes a day. The CDC also reports that suicide is the second leading cause of death amongst children aged between 10 and 24. Most of these cases are often related to feelings of isolation and loneliness. In today's society, social media offers instant connection, relief from boredom, and constant updates on the lives of others. This has led to a significant increase in social media usage, especially since the COVID-19 pandemic. While social media isn't the only cause for loneliness, it often exacerbates the issue. One such significant phenomenon associated with social media and loneliness is the rise of parasocial relationships. These are one sided relationships in which one person invests all the emotional energy, interest, and time, while the other party, often a celebrity or an influencer, remains unaware of their existence. Platforms like Instagram, with its stories and posts, create an illusion of connection. This makes the users feel like they have more friends than they actually do, but in reality, it does not give them the emotional response attributed to having friends. So, this discrepancy leads to more perceived isolation and hence makes them feel lonelier. According to a seminal paper published by Noland et al., the way you use social media also influences how likely you are to feel lonely. In the study, they placed people into two camps. The first camp was people who use social media as a way to escape from reality, from their daily life problems. While the second group of people, they were people who use social media to stimulate their existing relationships and build on them. What did the research reveal? So those in the first group, they were positively associated with loneliness. And there is also evidence to suggest that those that are higher in loneliness actually displace their offline friendships with online ones, reporting that they have more friends online and that their online friends just understand them better than their offline ones do. What about those in the second camp? In the second camp, they felt much less lonelier. Why is this? It's because when social media is used in this way to stimulate existing friendships, it actually enhances our social interaction. And in this context, frequent social media use actually leads to higher quality face to face interactions. Interesting. So, where does that leave us? While I don't have a perfect solution for the issues that I've highlighted today, I do have a few takeaways. Let's try to focus on quality over quantity in our relationships. Let's try to limit our use of social media to avoid the comparison trap and take a moment to introspect on how we use social media on a day to day basis. Take the initiative to connect with someone. A simple invite for a coffee or a chat can create a bond. We're meant to explore the physical universe, not just live online. So, traveling and discovering new environments can help us meet new people and come out of our shell. Lastly, let's embrace the world around us, focusing on real world connections and try to build support systems with those we know from beyond the screen. Thank you for listening, and I hope this inspires you to reflect on how you engage with the world and the people in it.